Okay, part 3, service information. So we are in the master electrical component list, and we're at the K9 body control module X1. Okay, X1 or connector 1. All right, and here is a picture of that. And that's like you've unplugged the connector from the module. Now you're looking at it. Okay, it tells you how it's oriented. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. 5, 6, 7. Sorry. Yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, and so forth. You'll need to know that. But it gives you that picture, okay? And underneath here, now it tells you what is in each of those terminals, okay? So if you're looking at a schematic, the schematic is going to match this. It's going to say that the fuse or battery positive voltage is in terminal number 4, okay? It's red and wire with a brown stripe. It's circuit number 2240, and it's battery positive voltage. That means it's hot all the time. Okay, so this all matches that connector that's right above there we just looked at. So it tells you what every wire in that connector is. Okay, the color of it, circuit number, the size of it. This is millimeters squared. Okay, 0.35 millimeters squared. All right. Tells you, and then it tells you some of them are not occupied. It tells you what that goes to. Okay, that is extremely. You may think, well, that's a bunch of boring stuff. Well, if you're trying to figure something out, that's extremely important. That'll make more sense as you go. But that's all the wires just in one of those 7 connectors. Okay. All right. So we're going to play this little video right here too. You see, there's a click image for video. It's going to show you how to get the terminals out of that connector. This is very helpful. Let's do that. That's what the connector looks like. And there's an example of the wires coming out of it. So there's a retention or a locking tab there that pops up. Okay. All right. Step 1. Step 2, you take another tool and you go in that particular spot and press down a little tab, and then the terminal can come out. All right. Here's a different terminal. We're going to show you how that one comes out. So they're different sizes inside there. See, that's a different size. It's bigger. How about that? Yeah. That's a whole class on wiring repair and so forth. But that's also included in this. Okay. So just to give you a heads up on electrical stuff. Electrical diagnosing, testing, repairs is a little bit tedious sometimes. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. But if you like puzzles and you like finding electrical problems or problems in general that other people have trouble with, this is the category for you. Okay? A lot of people don't like doing electrical. Okay? And because it is a little tedious and it's something you can't really see. We're going to talk about that in class. But using all these tools we have available makes life easy and successful. Okay? All right. Doing electrical work. Okay. All right. So that is terminal X1. All right. Every time we have to start over again. All right. K9. All right. So there's 7, like I say, 7 connectors in that, and so every one of them has different circuits in it. But it's all just like the first one. So number 2, it's going to tell you what it looks like. And what I forgot to mention a while ago, it also tells you the color of it right here. It's light blue. So terminal or connector X2 is light blue. They're all different colors. Okay. They also only fit in one place on there, but they are identified by color. That is the plastic part itself. Okay. And then the same information here. Okay. Terminal 11 is tap up, tap down, switch signal, okay? Rear window wiper switch signal, so forth. The body control module controls a lot of things. All right, here we go. All right, so that was the master electrical component list. So that's what we were looking at there. All right, let's move on. Diagnostic starting point. All right, so it just gives you some basic things here on where to start at sometimes and the strategy for doing diagnostics. We're going to talk a lot about strategy, okay? But then you can look at symptoms. Sometimes you don't have a code set, you can look at symptoms. So that's in here. So once you learn how to use this, if you get stuck on something, this will help you out, okay? Diagnostic starting point, okay? Codes. Most everything nowadays that has a module to it sets a code. So this is a list, complete vehicle list of codes, okay? And it's quite long, all right? So you can scroll through this. So there's automatic air conditioning, gauges, airbags, driver assist systems, data systems. It's a long. I'm just barely getting started. Okay. Don't let that overwhelm you. Okay. There's a lot of codes that can be set on the car, but typically you're only going to find one or two codes in the system you're working on. So that's all you got to worry about at a time. But it has a capability. The system has a capability of setting a lot of codes, or it monitors a lot of things. And so we'll talk about that a little more in a different video on using the scan tool, okay? But there's a list here too if you need to find it, need to look at it. All right. Symptom list again, and here's this control module reference deal. So this lists all of the modules, and again it lists them by that designation, all right, by the name of the module, and then this designation here. So there's that K9 body control module again, all right, and there's schematics to it, there's how to replace it, and then there's how to program it and set it up, okay? So a lot of times the diagnostic procedure will tell you how to put the body control module in there, and when you get down to the bottom it'll say programming, and there'll be a link to this page, okay? So we're just talking about how to use service information, what all kind of information is there and available for us, okay? So we're not really getting into too much more detail than that. I'm going to show you how to find things. So this master component electrical list is, the control module references is very helpful too, along with that master list, all right? So each one of these tells you something about that, all right? There's a scan tool information. We'll do that on another video. Here's the schematics to the body control module, how to put it on, and then how to program it, okay? So let's click on that real quick. Notice at the top, there's a lot of red here. Please do not overlook anything that's in red in service information, okay? There's stuff you need to know, all right? That's all I'm gonna say about that. You need to know what right here, okay? Anytime you see red, but especially this stuff here too. So it's going to tell you what special tools you need and so forth, and then the procedure right here, okay? All right. Programming modules is a whole nother video, but this is where you can find the information. You go through there, it tells you what to do, and you follow this in order, 1, 2, 3, just like it's written, okay? All right. So there's a few steps to that. And it even tells you what to do if it didn't work right, okay? So that happens sometimes too. All right, still awake? Here we go. So we're back to the home page. So I think we've talked about we're searching for documents, keywords. That doesn't work too good. I'll tell you when that does work though. That works really good if you scan the car, the code or the system you're working on, you scan it and you get a trouble code, okay? You get a trouble code you take that trouble code, you put that in this search box, and you'll have some good information. Okay, that's the best place that about the only time I use it is searching for codes. I just happen to know B0128 is a code. Nope, it's not B, it's P. P0128. Okay, so P0128 is for a thermostat. Just have to know that. Well, it gives you a bulletin there. Well, dadgum, that's great. I'm gonna look at that bulletin. Then down here it tells you which engine you've got, some other things for it. So that's where you're gonna find a bulletin at for the code. And then that might be step 1, step 2, and you're done. Okay? So that's where I use the search feature, is for searching trouble codes. Okay? That's where I use the search feature, and that's for searching for trouble codes. Okay? I said that twice on purpose. No, I'm not just old and forgetful. That I am too. But anyway, that's where you're going to have a bulletin that's going to pop up at the top of the list. Okay? That's good stuff there. So I only use that primarily for searching for trouble codes. I scan the car, system I'm working on, if it's got a code set, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to search that code here and see if I got a bulletin or something that goes with it. Okay? So a little bit about the diagnostic process or repair process, but also the value of using this or not. Okay? All right. Okay. So to review a little bit here, service information is our source. Okay? They quit printing service manuals, General Motors did, about 25 years ago. Okay? All right? 2000. About when they quit that. That's because that's when they started using the electronic information like this. Okay? Yes, I was there then. But anyway, all right. Service information. So any manufacturer you work for, Ford, Dodge, Maserati, whoever, they're going to have a website you go to and you log in and you can get their service information. And it's going to be arranged similar to this, okay? Not exactly, okay, but it'll be similar. But I've used the General Motors stuff for 25 years since they've had this electronic deal. So I can find whatever I need to find pretty quick. And that's the idea. You want to be able to find the right information in a reasonable amount of time. It makes life a lot easier. Okay? So service information is very, very helpful. So we're going to start on day 1 using service information in our classes that I'm doing. Okay, so the whole car again is broken up in all these different categories. Okay, body hardware, body repair, which gets into the electrical, that's doors and wipers and windshields and all that kind of stuff. Body systems, brakes, obviously is just brakes. The diagnostic overview and storing part and programming is in here too. Driveline, driver information system, all of our clusters and stuff. Engines. HVAC, power, roof, anything that's on the roof, like sunroof, is going to be in there. Safety is going to be airbags and different things like that. Seat, steering, suspension, transmission. It covers the whole car. So go to the category you're working on first, and then to the subcategories, and you'll find what you need pretty quick. Okay? So that's going to wrap up part 3, I believe, on service information. Okay, so we'll talk more about this in class again, but we're going to give you time to practice on it in class too. So I hope this is helpful. I'm pretty sure it is. We have to use this for proper procedures and specifications, everything from how much oil does a car hold nowadays. It's in here, okay? How to rebuild the transmission, all the steps, all the tools you need, everything is in here, okay? And it's really, they've done a great job in making it user-friendly. And as soon as you get used to using it, it'll be friendly to you. All right, thank you.